What's up, guys? It's your boy Beatty back again with another video. Today I got a Q&A for you guys. Okay, I get a lot of questions on social media. Sometimes I can't answer it all at once between my social media and my clients. I could be a little pressed for time sometimes, so I'd rather just sit down and knock out all these questions with a Q&A. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. First question on Instagram from PCO Giuliano 4551. How do you structure your split in the off season to target both strength and muscle hypertrophy? So this is actually a question I get pretty commonly. A lot of people these days are into having a good physique, but also being really strong. We see a lot of hybrids like that, like Larry Wills and Russ Swole, and I guess Brad Castleberry, I could say that. I actually don't think he uses fake plates. I actually think Brad is very strong, and he has his spotter lift like 30% of the weight. So I don't think he uses fake weights. I think he uses regular 24-hour fitness plates, and he actually is really strong. So when I first started training, the way I would do it was the Ronnie Coleman split. So I would do push-pull legs with heavy squats, heavy bench, and heavy deadlifts. Just pyramid up, just like regular bodybuilding training. Start with higher reps, increase the weight and lower the reps. Just a regular bodybuilding split. Push-pull legs, and I got strong really fast doing that. I think most beginners would benefit off of push-pull legs. It gets you big and strong pretty fast. Eventually, I wanted to focus more on actually bodybuilding and competing. So I had to focus on, the fine details, okay, after I already had a good amount of size. And for me, some of the weaknesses I had to focus on was glutes and ham tie-in, bigger calves. I had good sweeps on my quads, but I didn't have good adductors and teardrops. So I had to focus on that. And I had to focus on lower back thickness. So, I kind of had to fine-tune things. So I couldn't just do push-pull legs anymore. I had to switch to kind of a bro split. So after that, my bro split was pretty much, and it's still to this day. To this day. It's basically, I don't have like a week schedule, so it's not a 7-day split. So it doesn't follow like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of split. It's actually it is technically a 7-day split, but some weeks I might take 2 days rest. Some weeks I might take 1 day rest. I've taken up to 3 days rest. Some weeks I feel so good I might take no days rest. Especially during prep situations, I don't take any days rest. So basically, day one is legs, but quad focus leg day. I'll do about 5 exercises for quads. I'll do about 2 for hams, and then I have chest day with a little tricep touch up. Then I'll have back day with a little bicep touch up. Then I have shoulders. Sometimes I might throw in a little bit upper chest. Then I have another leg day, but hamstring and glute focus. And then I have an arm day. So that's 6 days. And then the rest days, anywhere from no days rest all the way up to 3 days rest, depending on how I feel. And what I do is I start the chest day with heavy bench press. In the past, it would just be like a bodybuilding bench press, but a bodybuilding progression, just heavy. But now I'm actually trying to get my bench up. So I'll do like a powerlifting kind of progression for the bench press. So it'll probably be a 5x5 or a 5x3. And I'll basically, every workout, I'll try to increase the weight by 5 pounds, 10 pounds, something like that. So it's like linear progression within that 5x5 or 3x5, okay? And then I'll do the same thing on my back day. I'll do a deadlift, but like a powerlifting progression of the deadlift. So 5x5, 3x5, up the weight slowly, week by week. It's like progressive overload, but at the same time, it's in like a powerlifting kind of progression. So you work up to a heavy weight, and you keep that heavy weight, and you do a bunch of sets with that heavy weight. That's how you really get strong. Heavy weight with volume and perfect form. Then on my quad day, obviously I'll do the same thing with squats. I'll start the workout with squats. I'll start the workout like a power lifter. Basically do 5x5 or 5x3, and then do the rest of my leg workout just all volume. Just high reps and volume pretty much. So to answer the question, that's how I structure my split in the off season to target both strength and hypertrophy. During contest prep, I don't do it this way because contest prep, I'm not really trying to build a bunch of strength. I'm trying to stay as strong as possible, but hypertrophy is all I'm going for during prep to try to keep as much muscle as possible. I do also want to keep my strength, but I'm not necessarily doing like a power lifter progression. I'm doing strictly bodybuilding. You got to know when to focus on your craft as well. You know, if I wanted to do a powerlifting meet, I wouldn't be doing a bunch of bodybuilding after my powerlifting workouts. I would strictly focus on the powerlifting. You can do both, but you have to focus on one if you really want to be great at one when it's game time, when it's crunch time. Off season, you can do both. Second question from Dorian160 on Instagram. How to make bodybuilding work while working 4 12-hour shifts a week? Listen, if you want to get it done, you're going to get it done. There was a time I was working, the job was banquet setup, and basically we would come set up the hotel. We wouldn't leave till we were done. So I could start at 3 and I might not be done till 12. I could start at 5 and I might not be done till 4 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So we was working anywhere from 10 to 12-hour shifts, 5 days a week, okay? And at the time, I was still going to school. So I had school, I had, 10, 12-hour shifts, and I still had the gym, and I still had to get my meals in. At the time, I had a girlfriend. So I was working in New Jersey, living in Harlem, working out in the Bronx, and I had to meet up with my girlfriend in Brooklyn. So I was in 4 different boroughs/states and working 12 hours and going to school and still bodybuilding all at once. Listen, if you want it bad enough, you're going to get it done, period. I didn't have to ask anybody, how do I get it done? I just got it done because I didn't want to not get it done. And there was no choice for me. I was going to bodybuild no matter what. So you're going to be limited for time. You're going to be pressed for time. You're going to be pressed for sleep. I didn't get good sleep. A lot of people say sleep is very important. Listen, if you can get it, get it. But I'm not going to sleep and not work out. What do you think is going to get you better results? Sleeping 10 hours and not working out and missing all your meals? Or getting all your meals, getting all your workouts in and sleeping 4 or 5 hours? Still got to get the work in. So if you don't get the work in, you're not getting nothing. So I would say just get it done, bro. You might have to cut back on sleep, cut back on meaningless activities, cut back on watching TV, cut back on being on your phone, and get it done. But you can do it. Find ways to make it work. Get a meal prep company if you can't afford it. Try to prep your foods ahead of time. I would prep everything for the whole week. I couldn't now. I literally cook every meal fresh. I couldn't do that back then. I literally had to cook meal for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is it's not gonna taste that good. It's gonna be stale. It's gonna be a little nasty. I might eat a meal cold. I was gonna get it done. There was no way I was not gonna get it done. So I got it done. All right. You can always get it done. Find a way, man. Next question from Unseen Physiques. How have you gotten your damn side delts so fucking big? To be honest, at the point where I really got the most delts, I was actually starting my workouts with rear delts. And I would get a crazy rear delt pump. And then I would move on to side delts. And then I would hit front delts. Or sometimes I would even start with side delts, then move on to front, then move on to rear. If you really want to focus on side delts, you might have to prioritize it by starting with it. Front delts are cool, and a lot of people like to start off with heavy shoulder press, which I do myself sometimes. But the bulk of your width comes from your side delts. So if you don't have big side delts, having big front delts isn't going to necessarily make you look super wide. It's really the side delts that you want to get super meaty to really have that crazy width. So You might want to prioritize it by starting with your side delts. I always keep the reps high, 12 to 15, but I also move some heavy ass weight. So I wouldn't grab a 10 pounder and do sets of 15 to 20 reps. I work up to, believe it or not, I work up to 80-pound dumbbells, and I still hit 12 to 15 reps with 80-pound dumbbells. So I'm not saying you need to do 80-pound dumbbells, but push the limit. Push the limit hard. Don't just settle for these light weights to the side. Like, push the envelope. Get high reps with heavy weights. You can do that. So I think that's the best bet. Start with side delts. Get high reps, but really push the weight too. You should be barely getting these reps towards the end. Next question from Sunny Samra _. Is it a bad thing that I'm not getting stronger while cutting, but maintaining strength for 8 weeks? I mean, yeah, most people get really weak when they cut. So the fact that you're maintaining your strength while in a calorie deficit, while losing body fat, that's a really good sign. That means you're actually keeping all your muscle, or potentially even gaining muscle. So it's not a bad thing. I think it's actually a good thing. I guess in the perfect world, if you can get stronger, that would be best case scenario, but that's probably not going to happen. That probably means you're not dieting hard enough. So it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. You're doing really good. Next question from Clayton Weesey Man. Do you ever do keto? No, I don't ever do keto. Have I done keto in the past? Yes, I've tried keto in the past. When I was smaller, it did work pretty well. At my size now, it's just not realistic. I have too much muscle. I need a lot more calories. Even during my diet, I still need a good amount of carbs just to be able to function and to get a pump and to have energy. In keto, I did get horrible pumps, but I did lose a lot of body fat and water weight really quick. So it works for some people. I don't think it's ideal for bodybuilding, trying to stay as full and strong as possible as you diet. But it does work as far as losing body fat. And it's simple to follow. You can do keto anywhere. Just don't have the bread or rice or pasta. Just have the meat. So it's really easy to follow. So for that, it's good. Next question from B_big soldier. What do you eat when you cut weight? I mean the portions change every prep, obviously, or maybe not obviously. But the foods for me, I stick to oatmeal, eggs, egg whites, white rice. I prefer white rice over brown rice. Salmon or some kind of white fish. Salmon isn't a white fish. I'm just saying either salmon or some kind of white fish. I'm really tired of chicken. I used to have chicken almost every meal. I'm really tired of chicken, so probably won't be doing chicken anytime soon on my cut. But just lean protein sources, man. Fishes, chicken, even a lean ground turkey breast, some rice or potatoes, and oatmeal, eggs, egg whites. Just very simple, lean protein sources, and you can add some fats, avocado, olive oil. It's just the basics, man. Just basic whole food. Honestly, it's nothing special. Next question from Billy P. Shift. Any shows this year? And if yes, will you vlog your prep? To be honest, I don't know yet. I can't answer that question for you yet. So I don't know if I'm going to compete this year. But what I can tell you is if I do compete, I definitely will vlog the whole thing. And it's going to be the best prep series you have ever seen in your life. Let me answer a couple more. Next question from Miguel Aesthetics. Who do you want to see win the Arnold Classic? I want Ramy to win, man. He's a nice guy, really humble. Everybody likes him. Crazy physique, huge, super round muscle bellies, but it's actually very aesthetic for his size. I think he doesn't get enough credit for his small waist at his size. But yeah, I want to see Ramy win. I feel like it's about time. He's been talked about as the future for a long time, and I think it's finally his time to. I want to finally see him shine and live up to his full potential. I think that would be dope. Okay, and last question from the same guy actually, Miguel Aesthetics, who do you want to see win the Olympia this year? If the same people from last year compete, if Phil or Roden aren't going to be there, which they're probably not going to be there, I'm cool with Brandon Curry as Olympia. He's real cool. Me and him talk back and forth on Instagram, and I think that's dope. How much Mr. Olympias would do that, talk to just another bodybuilder that's not, famous or like an Olympia competitor or something, Yeah, he'll answer my questions, He replies in a timely manner. It's kind of, and I know he's really busy. So the fact that he puts that kind of work in to reply to, his followers, I think that's dope. He's done a lot since he's been Miss Olympia. He's been talking to kids and going to seminars. He had a UK tour going on. He opened a gym. He's doing a lot of big stuff. I think he's a really good representative for a sport. I think he has a great physique. He took some critique about his conditioning just because it wasn't as good as the Arnold, but he was still in shape. I think people like to exaggerate. Oh, he was way off. Well, he wasn't that off. He was he was holding some water, but it wasn't that crazy, okay? And he actually did get tighter for the night show. But if he brings that Arnold condition with another 4 pounds, maybe 4 or 5 pounds, it's gonna be nasty. And I think he's gonna shut down all the negative comments for 2020 if he brings that package that he knows he can bring and everybody knows he can bring. So yeah, I would say Brandon Curry. That's what I want to see win the Olympia again. Anyways, that's a wrap for the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Leave some ideas in the comment section for any future videos you guys want to see. If you want coaching from your boys truly, make sure you email me at batyfall@icloud.com or DM me on Instagram at batyfall. I have over 10 years of bodybuilding experience. I've been coaching clients for over 5 years now. I work with all the top OG coaches in the game. So it's like, you could say I have my master's degree in coaching. I've learned from the best. I have their decades of combined knowledge all packaged in one with my own spin on it, okay? From kind of a new age kind of point of view, my own spin on a bunch of years of decades of knowledge from all the top coaches for a much cheaper price. So you can't beat that, all right? So make sure to DM me or email me for that. And I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace. Gains.